Episode 4167, Mark Your Words.
Moms, it's time to rediscover, rejuvenate, and renew who you are in mind, body, and spirit. Welcome to Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie, the show to help you do just that. Here's your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Christiane Wargo.
Happy day. I hope you are ready for something extraordinary because you know what? Sometimes the least expected is the best expectation you can ever have. Mark your words. For those of you who are brand new to Create Your Now, welcome to this incredible family. I'm so delighted of your presence. If you already had the opportunity, you'll want to head on over to createyournow.com where you can learn more and sign up for the Kisses newsletter. The Keep It Simple strategy, everyday solutions to live, love, and impact. Well, take a deep breath because guess what? It is Friday Junior. Yes, it is, which means it's only Thursday, I know. But we can get kind of excited, right? We can expect the unexpected with the weekend coming up. We've got a crazy weekend. How about you? Okay, it is really the last weekend in August. So if you're like, deadlines, you do have one day left next week. Monday is the last day of August. So if you're like, I forgot this because been there, done that, take a deep breath. You still have time. But today, I really want you to think about some things that you say to yourself. Because you've probably heard someone say it before. Maybe it's a parent or a mentor, someone you just knew they were right and just wanted you to remember it later. Mark my words. Mark my words. It's a phrase loaded with conviction, a verbal stake in the ground, so to speak. But here is what I really want you to chew on. What if you turn that phrase inward? What if instead of waiting for someone else to speak with that kind of certainty over your life, you learn to mark your own words? Mark your words, the ones you speak, the ones you whisper to yourself when nobody else is listening. And even the ones you let fall carelessly because you didn't think they mattered. But guess what? Your words matter. Every single one. You know, we live in this noisy world, and it's loud, isn't it? I don't know. If you have one of those smart watches that tells you when, the environment around you is loud, there are moments that I'm like, why did it say I was loud? I'm the only one in the car. I'm like, okay, I guess I am loud. But I feel like that's what we need all the time around us because our world is so noisy, right? Opinions fly at us from every direction. And somewhere in all that noise, we started treating our own voice like background music. We just tune ourselves out, always playing, but rarely worth paying attention to. Maybe you'll catch yourself mid-sentence backtracking. Well, I don't really know, but... Or, this probably sounds silly, but you qualify, don't you? You shrink, you speak, and then immediately unspeak as if your words need permission from someone else before they're allowed to land. But here's the thing that's going to sting a little. I know it did for me as I was thinking about it. Other people are already taking you at your word. Your kids, number one, right? They hear what you say and it's filed away. Your spouse builds expectations around what you commit to. Your coworkers, your friends, your community, your church, they listen. Your girlfriends, they listen and they remember. The question isn't whether your words carry weight, because they do. The question is whether you believe they do. I mean, if you read Proverbs, it tells us that the power of life and death is in the tongue. That's the reality. And it doesn't just apply to what you say to others. It applies to what you say to yourself and about yourself. When you tell yourself you'll never get it together, you're marking those words. When you promise yourself you'll start and then don't, you're teaching yourself that your own voice is not trustworthy. And slowly, quietly, you stop believing you're someone worth listening to, even though you are worthy to be heard. Mark your words. And you do that when you begin paying attention. Not because you have to, but because you get to. Not with perfection, right? We're not aiming for a life where you never misspeak or never say something you regret, right? Because that's not real and it's not grace. But you start noticing. You notice when you undercut yourself. How many times have you done it already today? No, I'm not. Oh, don't even. I probably have already said 10 things already today. where it's undercut myself. And that's horrible. But you got to think about what you're thinking about, what you're saying. Start noticing. Maybe you notice when you make a commitment and let it dissolve because it was only to yourself and nobody else was keeping score, right? Goes along accountability, right? You notice when the words you speak over your own life sound nothing like the words God speaks over you. Words of hope, of purpose, of a future that isn't yet finished. And then you make a shift. You start speaking to yourself the way you'd speak to someone you love. You start following through on the small promises, the one nobody sees, because those are the ones that rebuild trust between you and your own reflection. You stop apologizing for having an opinion. You stop waiting for someone else to validate what you already know in your gut to be true. My friend, when you mark your words, when you treat your own voice as something worth honoring, you're not being arrogant. You're being faithful. You're agreeing with the God who already said you are fearfully and wonderfully made, and that he knew the plans he had for you before you ever opened your mouth. Speaking with intention and integrity is not pride. It's stewardship of the voice you've been given. So today, right now, I want you to take yourself at your own word. If you said you would, then do. If you believe it, then say it out loud without the apology, without the qualifier. Let your yes be yes. Let your no be no. Let your words be something you're proud to stand behind, not because you'll always get it right, but because you've decided that your voice deserves the same respect you so freely give to everyone else's. My friend, you are worth listening to. So start with listening to yourself. Hold on, time out, stop the game, stop the presses. Did you hear me? You are worth listening to. So start with listening to yourself. And then the next time you're tempted to brush off something you said or felt or believed, pause, mark it, write it down if you have to. Hold it up and look at it and ask yourself, do I believe this enough to live it? Because the woman who marks her words is the woman who starts walking in the fullness of who she was created to be. And that journey, my friend, that beautiful, messy, always worth it journey, it starts right here, right now, with the very next word you choose to speak. Go in peace. Be present. Be incredible. Be you. I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, hugs, and lots and lots of love. We'll talk to you real soon. Have a glorious, blessed day. Bye-bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life and love your journey? Visit createyournow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.